Hey Bears fans, this is Matt Hagee here, and I'm with Ursinus men's lacrosse head coach Gary Mercadante. Gary, season's upon us, and you guys have been on a great run the last couple years, conference championship, undefeated start 2020, and expectations again high for this team. What makes this team different than the past years?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, as everybody knows, with COVID. So I think we're most excited about our senior class to start. If you look at their 4 years, freshman year, conference championship, first conference championship, and big year for them. Second year undefeated, before COVID. Last year getting 6 games. I think the fact that our whole team came back was really special and spoke volumes to the culture of the program and how much our guys care about it. And this year, I think for those guys to come full circle, what we've seen from day one, I think this year in the fall, is that they've embraced that experience. They've learned more than probably any senior class ever will in terms of their experience, and they've done a great job of leading us. So I think in terms of separating it, while we've had incredible seniors here in the past, I think this group again has learned so much and really found a great way to come together collectively and really get this team going where we want it to go. I think at the forefront you've got those guys, and I also think the fact that we've had a chance to develop our players this year. Unlike last year, we had a non-contact fall ball, we had a shortened season, and for our freshmen last year, and those guys have moved on to sophomores now, and our team in general last year, I think there wasn't a lot of opportunity for us to develop the way we like to as a program, and this year, competitively, our guys have gone in, all in with that, and I think done a really good job of putting us on the course we want to be to achieve our goals.
And with all the guys coming back too, they're going to get tested right away. First game at Stevenson, very tough place to play, one of the most consistent programs over the past 20 years. And not even just with Stevenson, you have 5 non-conference opponents in the top 20 in the 3 major polls. What's that going to do for the team going forward, especially when you go into conference play with 2 teams, Franklin Marshall and Gettysburg, that are also ranked in the same poll?
Sure. I mean, if you look at the Centennial Conference, our guys come to Ursinus to compete in the best lacrosse conference in the country. And I think in terms of our at-a-conference, we've made the decision that to be the best, you got to play the best. And we want our guys in the position at a conference where not only are we getting tested nationally, but like you talked about, it's getting us ready for the Centennial. Every one of those games feels like a nationally ranked opponent. The intensity is high, and the talent is incredible. And I think the way we test our guys and the environments that we put them in, like Stevenson on Saturday night, is exactly where we want to be. It's the stage we want our guys playing in, and it's an opportunity for us to grow a lot in our 7 out-of-conference games. I think it really prepares us for what's going to come in conference play.
And including on that list is defending national champion RIT, Christopher Newport, top 5 team. Also St. John Fisher as well. I believe they are ranked 8th to start in most of the polls. So you mentioned on the Centennial Conference there a little bit. How do you think they're going to stack up? The preseason poll was released on Wednesday. Ursinus is 4th behind F&M, Gettysburg, and Muhlenberg as well. So what do you expect from the conference this year?
I think the conference is going to be outstanding. Some of the best I think that it's ever been. If you look top to bottom, all of the teams, you have 2 unknowns in Swarthmore and Haverford that unfortunately didn't get to compete last year. So a lot of question marks there, which makes it even harder, I think, for us to get ready. But you look at the returning teams, and not only do they all have talent coming back and incoming recruits coming in, a lot of great players, but you have some 5th years that were able to stick around, and you've got overall, again, the competition level I think is going to be extremely high. We don't take any game lightly. We know every single game is going to be an all-out war in the Centennial, and that's exactly the way you want it to be. So we look forward to conference play, and I know our conference teams across the board have really competitive out-of-conference schedules as well. So I think on a national scale, it's great to see that for the conference, and we look forward to the chance to compete again this year.
Well, it's going to be exciting once we get into that. But we'll wrap it up here. Just talk about the senior class a little bit. This senior class, freshmen, they win the conference title. Sophomore year, mentioned, undefeated, COVID shortened season. Last season, they only got to compete 6 conference games. They've been through a lot, but really such a resilient bunch of young men.
Yeah, I think those guys definitely have done a great job of defining what our culture is and what it means to be a member of Ursinus Men's Lacrosse. The way they compete, I think the level of care that they put into the program, and just in general, I think the tone that they've set in every environment that we have, in the classroom, on campus, the way we practice in the weight room, top to bottom, that senior class, I think, has done an outstanding job of helping us stay the course through a lot last year, obviously, but also coming in again and setting the tone from day one this year in terms of their goals of a national championship. I think the program has really developed over the past 10, 15 years, and I think from freshman year it was, hey, we want a conference championship. And they got through that hump, and now they understand, and I think the work ethic speaks to that's not enough. They believe, and they should, that we want a national championship and we want to take that next step as a program. And I think their cycle of their 4 years has really put that in perspective for them. And we're excited to take on that challenge, and I know those guys are too. So I'm very happy, and we're very fortunate to have that group of seniors lead the charge for us this year.
Well, I know the campus is very excited as well. So best of luck on Saturday at Stevenson. You can watch the game. The links are on ursinusathletics.com for the team's season opening game at Stevenson, 7 o'clock. And then the first game at Patterson Field will be Saturday, February 26th against Southern Virginia. Coach, thank you for your time and best of luck this season.
Thanks for having me out.